Salvete omnes! This video will talk generally about Latin nouns. So, as you might know, there are 5 declensions of nouns in Latin. And these 5 individual groups tell us how a noun declines, how the endings change. And the changing of the endings gives us all of the important information we need to understand how the word is working in the sentence. So to get started, as we said, there are 5 different declensions in Latin, and we know what declension or what group a noun is in based on the genitive. So the genitive is unique for each case, and it's consistent. So as soon as we know the ending of the genitive, we know which declension a noun belongs to. So first declension always has the genitive singular ending in AE. So AE tells us a noun is in the first declension. I tells us a noun is in the second declension. IS tells us a noun is in the third declension. US tells us a noun is in the fourth declension, and EI tells us a noun is in the fifth. Now, these genitives are the same whether the noun in that group is masculine, feminine, or neuter. So we always know first declension AE, second declension I, third declension IS, fourth declension US, and fifth declension EI. How you find the genitive, if you're presented with a new word, is by looking at it in the dictionary or in the form that most of your books will provide when they're giving you a new vocabulary. So the first word, the first form will be in the nominative, and you'll normally see a comma and then either just an ending or maybe the whole word written out again, depending on whether or not the stem changes. Right? And that second ending there, that is the genitive. So we're always going to memorize the nominative and the genitive together. So for example, if we're looking at casa, and normally say F for feminine, right? So we know that the AE, first declension. For second declension, we would see something like amicus, and then we'd have just the letter I, amicus, amici. That's telling us with the I that it's second declension. For a third declension, we could see something like rex regis. That is telling us that it's rex regis, the nominative is rex, the genitive is regis, so it's third declension with the IS ending. Exercitus, exercitus, or it might be exercitus, then just us. That's telling us with the us that we're looking at fourth declension, or res rei, rei with the EI ending is telling us that that is fifth declension. Now, of course, we always want to know what declension a noun is in, because that tells us how the endings change. And how the endings change, again, that's going to give us the information that we need to know about how the word is interacting in a sentence. And once we know what declension a noun is in, it's always going to stay in that declension. So it's not going to hop around or pull any tricks on us, right? So we remember, just to give us an example, to remind ourselves how important the endings are in Latin. We take a sentence like amicus, res in casa regis exercitui parat, right? Amicus res in casa regis exercitui parat, right? So the friend prepares the things or the matters in the home of the king for the army. But we could change that sentence. We could keep the words in the same place, but just change the endings, and we would have a brand new sentence, right? So we could have amici casam et res regi exercitus parat. Amici casam et res regi exercitus parat. Right? So now we're saying the army prepares the home of the friend, and other things, or and things. We could have maybe added aliases to make it other things, which would sound a little nicer. Anyway, the army prepares the house of the friend and the matters, or and the things, for the king, right? So 2 sentences, we've kept the word order the same. We've just changed the endings and we've changed the meaning really dramatically. So that's kind of an overview on why it's very important to know the declensions of nouns, and a reminder of how we might find the information we need to determine a noun's declension. And in our next video, we'll talk about how to decline. Bye.